For some, love is a strong feeling. What if you could send it in a... From point A to point B. Zero borders, zero time, zero fees. For us, love is sending crypto. Just send it. Now with SmartSend. Engineered in Switzerland by SwissBorg.
Pow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, pow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
Pow wow, yippee yay, guys. Pow number 25, and I am super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we're going to dive into the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on the markets, and then dive into SwissBorg Network. A little flashback about SwissBorg Network and the community, just to highlight so many heroes that were here in the rough times, and I'm pretty sure that you guys are still here in the down times again and again and again, and we repeat ourselves in the bright way because the future is bright. So, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the politics and choose, one of the most important democratic way to build the SwissBorg ecosystem. And as well, we're going to launch this new game, which is play and tag and win. We're going to try to bring out the biggest way of using the smart sends and tag your friend and make the biggest chain possible to make sure you're referring new people and you'll be able to be eligible to earn a lot of new cool stuff. So keep tuned in for this and much more to come. Market updates. So where are we heading? It looks like we're now playing around, flirting around 19,000, 20,000, 21,000, essentially cycle. We're trying to position ourselves to know where we're going. And I think so until essentially July 14th, when the Fed is going to hike their rates to 50 basis points or more, we will then know if this market is going south or north. That's probably what it is. And just before, a good friend of mine was here and he was saying, I want to put in some cash into crypto. Is it the right timing? What I'm telling him, and what I've been telling you guys for always, you always need to be in the market, whatever happens, I believe. And is this a good time to get in? Well, SwissBorg token and Ethereum and many others have lost more than 80% of all-time highs. Bitcoin, 70%, I think so. So it's definitely a good time. Is it a good time to put your whole chunk in? Maybe not. But at least to get in like 50 in and maybe put 50 on the side to maybe put at a, when if the market falls a little bit more into buyback and do the dollar cost average, that would be a good way, but never wait for the bottom to buy. It never happens. These cycles we see in rather the NASDAQ or in the Bitcoin, the crypto market, which are very correlated, is always very, very hard to predict. And it's rather better to get in early and to get out a little bit early, to get in late, and to get out late. And that's what most people always do. They get in late, so they see the bottom, they don't go in, they think there's another bottom, then they catch up, and then they say, no, it's going to fall down, I'm going to buy back. Then they start getting in when it's, way above, and then they go out when it's way too late, because they're too late in the market. So it's always better to get in early and then essentially get out early. So imagine if you had like this curve here, right? This would be the all-time high. It would be better essentially to get in here. So you get in earlier, you see that, well, this was the bottom. You missed the bottom, but you got here, right? And people say, oh, you see, you could have bottom here. But then you're able to get out potentially here out, right? Or just stay in and then get out like here, around here. Probably this would even better, right? And then wait for the next cycle to fall and then get in and again and earlier and get out earlier. Those are usually the best strategies that exist. Or just keep and yield and just do nothing and accumulate and just buy more, which is even better. If you don't need to live on your crypto, to be honest, that's what I've been doing. I sometimes sell at all times high, and then I wait in cash and yield in cash, and then I buy back at these times. And that's what I've been doing for some years. And to be honest, this is exactly how I've been building wealth and bringing really faith, not investing in every project, but investing in projects that I really care for. Talking about projects that I really care for, and I like to showcast, if one day someone tells you crypto, it's a Ponzi scheme, and it's all based on just on nothing. So this is essentially the business of blockchains, right? So you see here from Airwave to Dogecoin to L Rounds, the Near Protocol, Cardano, Polygon, Solana, Arbitrum, Falcon, Phantom, Helium, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum. And you see the number of revenues that were made in blockchain were a bit less than 4 billion, and 3.6 billion went to Ethereum. Okay? I'll repeat myself. 3.6 billion went to Ethereum. That means that Tezos so far has made $300,000. Near Protocol has made only 3 million. Cardano 6 million. Polygon 12 million. Phantom 22, and the rest, that much. How do these guys make money out of this business? Essentially about transaction, right? This is really where the business is heading. So these different revenue streams coming from these L1s and L2s essentially is from apps, these different applications that create a lot of different transactions. These transactions then go to essentially making revenue. And from the Ethereum, most of it has been this year is actually made out of NFTs. We see that 2 billion of the 3.6 billion has been made through NFT. Then Uniswap has been definitely a great one. A DEX, Convex, that you guys know very well. PancakeSwap as well. DYDX, which is a great, fantastic derivative decentralized exchange. Lido, which is a great way to get staking. SushiSwap, Aave, SpookySwap, and then other different DEXs and different DeFi essentially platforms. But it's very interesting to see that, blockchains do make transaction and do make therefore revenues. Thank you, Luca, for the question of the week. What is the difference between a buyback mechanism and protect and choose when looking at proposals for PNC? And it really looks like we buy back as we created for. Yeah, so when we do a buyback, protect and choose or buyback is quite similar. Though that's very important to know is that some of the buyback sometimes just goes for the treasury. So it's not like money taking from the protect and choose pool. And the buybacks that are for only the protect and choose are the buybacks coming from the protect and choose. So the thing's very clear is that SwissBorg will buy back some tokens on the markets, right? For the yield, for example, that's the main reason. Or usually it will buy back for the protect and choose, but that will be only the 20% revenues that are made out of the exchange fees. So these are the two different ways. But it's true that buying back and buying back, same thing, right? You buy back when you put for the treasury that you will into the yield. Then you buy back to put into protect and choose. So these are the two different ways that the different baskets work. Just to say, last vote until midnight to have your say about the protect and choose. What do you want to do with these tokens? It's your responsibility and your power to choose. So go for it, guys. Community sentiment of the week. Like always, there's some motherfuckers on the market and some people, and most important, which is always few amount of people, right? We feel the negative waves a lot on Twitter and Reddit, especially the people that have these no names and create their accounts and then just leave. And they like to FUD. Like there's some trollers that just love to troll. Some people that are extremely negative, and the only thing they want to see is the collapse of companies, the collapse of the society, the collapse of the world, right? It's people that probably during Corona packed up their houses with, all these canned soups and these, paper toilet. There are people like that, and you should just, block these people, because what they want is two things. First, usually is to make sure that they feel important and that their negative life and their negative vision gets conveyed by everyone like that. Everyone becomes negative and they become happy about being negative. Or the other is that they just want you to believe that in order to buy cheaper. And therefore, it's a pressure and manipulation of your emotions, essentially to panic, and therefore to just essentially buy at a cheaper level and therefore make a better trade. So don't get conveyed by this. And I think so, Damastion.eth, he said it very well, AR Trade as well. There's a lot of negative things about, how you could portray companies and how Celsius unfortunately has fallen, Throw Capital, Amber, BlockFi, Voyager, and the list will continue to go on. But as he said very well, Switzerland and SwissBorg is here for the long run. And you guys are for the long run. Borgers as you are, as hard, we have this true different spirit. In the bear market, I'm wearing this t-shirt, super proud. Same I was wearing this t-shirt when it was at $1.35 or $1.55. Same when I was, wearing this t-shirt when we're at 1 cent. You don't take off your t-shirt because you have some negativity. You wear it more proudly, and this is exactly what we ask for you guys. So thanks for the lovers and the fudders. Come on, guys, go get a life. Go try to find some love. Go try to find things and build. Don't break. Build things, guys. Build is what you leave. At the end of your life, you will not be rewarded for what you have broken, but what you have built. It's very important. Building is what you will be, remembers as not as a fudder, but as a lover. Hey, fudder, lover. To continue on this love affair, Sally Bonani, man. My dad is a SwissBorg Premium member. T-shirt. I love this for baby. This is really, really good to see that. I love to see this T-shirt come true. Please send it over. I really think that this is really, really cool to have this as a T-shirt. Yeah, I really would like to have one of those baby ones. It looks really super cool. Talking about coolness, I mean, look, when I look at my Twitter, it's such a cool Twitter. It's only like green eyes and things going on. I saw this, by the way, in the Zurich airport. This is really cool. Glad to see this. Great job, Taylor D. We like her very much. Doing a fantastic job here. Guys, by the way, this is in Zurich. Take a trip to the future with SwissBorg. Invest in cryptos the Swiss way. I think this is a beautiful ad that we bought inside of the tram. It looks really, really cool as well. So hop on the train, take some pictures, make it as viral as possible for all the people that are in Zurich. Talking about love and lovely people, congratulations to Dadex, such a crypto warrior. Thanks as well for the funny picture. I mean, you guys, you're such Dadex, Alex. You're such a real star. You've been helping so much, and always in the good times, the bad times. Thank you so much for this. It's really, really crazy. Product update there. Hello to LPT. So let's check out what is LPT about. So LPT right now is trading at $8, as you guys could see. What is interesting to see is that LPT is quite an early project, started in 2019, listed there. It has Havsley had a crazy high of 74. Now it's trading at 8, which is probably less than over 80% loss since that. So very far away from the max of whole. Let's check out a little bit more on essentially their website. So Livepeer, as it explains, is the world's open video infrastructure. It really wants to create this peer-to-peer structure where you could have a decentralized video streaming. And I think so that could be really cool. It's a really cool way to essentially get rewarded, but protect essentially your own videos as well. Be showing who's the really eligible person, right? Of these different videos. So I think so. What is quite cool here is that obviously, there's different ways to participate as a developer, as a token holder, and obviously as a video miner, which is one of the most important thing. And the video miners, which is quite cool, is to run a Livepeer node. And for that, you could get essentially ETH or LPT as rewards. So I think so they really create something very, very different from what the others are, and it's all built on Ethereum, which is really cool. For the time being, like if you go to the video miners, it's still very new. Let's face this, right? But the great thing is that as soon as we get to Ethereum 2.0, the scalability will be much better. The transactions per second will be much higher, the TPS, and more importantly, the gas will be much cheaper. So these kinds of applications are really the ones to look carefully at, because as soon as we get into this new era, this might be very, very, very different. So for the time being, you see that, again, it's small, right? There's 100 nodes. There's only $160,000 that were essentially made out of the fees. So that's roughly 16,000 per node, which is not a lot. And so far there's been 144 million essentially minutes on it. But you know what? It's still good. Let's check out now a little bit more about the token itself. So the token itself, every day they say 1,000 token holders participate in Livepeer, the world's first open day source peer-to-peer video transfer platform. So all in all, what is this token for? You could, it's a different token. It's deflationary, which is quite interesting. I think so. The way you could stake it, for doing the video mining is quite interesting. You could earn the rights, as I said, to perform or delegate to the live network on voting on for proposals. That's a good thing. So it has a governance right to it. That works through the network and proportion of the amount stakes and delegated token service as a coordination mechanism that goes inside with that. Last but not least, that's not really, to be honest, but it secures the network against a number of attacks via slashing that occurs during protocol violation. So essentially, if there's someone that takes a video of someone else, there'll be a way to potentially prevent this and to understand who is really the person that is the right owner of this video. All in all, I think so. These are great applications. Definitely will be challenged with time and bringing users. And for that, you need viewers, users. So you need content and viewers in order this to grow. But nevertheless, I strongly believe that this could potentially be the new DTube. If you guys remember decentralized YouTube, which back then in 2017 was a very interesting project that never really got to be to get to be really big, but it was built on the Steemit blockchain. So this is the one built on Ethereum. So let's look forward to it and maybe potentially be a good buy for it. Even updates. So this summer, what we're trying to do is to have a lot of community updates, meetups, which could be really cool. Some different barbecues around the cities in France and Switzerland. Anyone that's interested in this, just let's make it happen. Like, take your arms, take your brains, and we will come with you with the community. We're thinking about doing this in a lot of different cities, again, here in Switzerland. So rather you're in Zurich and Basel and Geneva or wherever you are, we will come and have it. It could be really cool. We could have some official ones in France as well. I'd love to see that going. And the idea would be to obviously learn and earn, which we always do. Talk about SwissBorg, talk about your what you guys want, to see. Have just fun, have some beers, have some barbecue, good time as well, and invite whoever you think would be interested. And like that, we could grow the community, and face-to-face is always a good thing to do. Smart Send Tag Your It. Tag Your It competition is starting tonight for the next 7 days until the next powwow. We'll be revealing who's going to be the winner. So the idea is very simple. You just need to download the app, do your KYC, and have 10 CHSB, and do the Smart Send and send 10 CHSB to any person that has the app or doesn't have the app. If it doesn't have the app, it counts even more. I think so it counts double. I think so, or triple for the chain. And the idea is to see what will be the longest chain. So whoever starts a chain, you could send it to 5 different peoples, and these people could then start sending it to other peoples. Those who originated the chain will win actually a free premium upgrade, which is really cool for that person. And the other cool thing is that everyone from that chain will be receiving 2,000 divided by the number of people. So not everyone 2,000 CHSB, 2,000 essentially for the longest chain. More importantly, what you will learn is that when you send some love to people at SwissBorg is for free, because the Smart Send is actually for free. So just start doing this. Send it to whoever you want. Send it to, send 10 CHSB. And make sure to tag your it to the person. And and then let's make it happen. So starting tonight, I'm going to send like SMS, the smart send 10 CHSB to like maybe 1,000 people on my phone. Hopefully that would convert a lot of new people and as well make sure that the other ones will essentially start sending the CHSB. Looking forward to this. It's going to be really fun. Just a little update on what's happening on the payment side. We're working really hard. We call this a new squad. It's called a Galactic Constructor track. The main idea here is to make your life easier from fiat to crypto to fiat, all the payments in, and there's a lot of building. I cannot show you the next slide even if I want to, but there's a lot of cool stuff being cooking, and I'm very, very, very happy to let you know that we brought the smartest people on this team to make sure that we will bring you the best experience very soon. Weekly CHSB data, premiums are growing, almost 500 from this week, which is great. The pretty much is the rest is quite stable, which brings us to 135,000 token holders. We finally did it. Great job, guys. 135, it's really, really good. We have to grow, obviously, this to 150, I would say, and at least to 200,000 by the end of the year would be really good. Which brings us to the community in Diradex, which is not great, guys. I'm sorry to let you know that we're at 4.6. Pretty much the CHSB is slightly bearish, but not too bad. The volume is actually stable. App activity, not great. Social, guys, thank you very much for this. Twitter has been a great job there. Same for YouTube. CHSB holder as well has been grown. Invitation, not too good, but the smart send is definitely going to boost that one. Tomorrow night is crypto night. Check this out. Really cool format, like the trailer. Good job to Patricia for this.
Grandma.near, Auntie Mavis.near, I want to send you this cool NFT, all that kind of stuff. It will be kids in the playground, guys who are playing soccer, they'll be showing their NFT collections and swapping them and, doing that. And you can do that with a quick flip in the wallet, and it's about having that access straight away.
Another powwow, guys. We get to the half of the year. The first semester has been done. SwissBorg, well, the first semester, how to sum it up? It's been difficult, guys. It's been a time where, the first quarter was slightly getting into mode where the panic was not there, but you were seeing that the party was quite over. The second quarter has been a very difficult quarter. We saw one of the biggest establishments in the world of crypto that just fell down. Celsius being the biggest yield platform, close to Chapter 11. BlockFi, very close to Chapter 11. That means bankrupt. We're seeing Voyager now having issues. Other different players having issues. The biggest hedge fund of all time through our capital going down. Grayscale having a lot of different issues with the GBTC. And SwissBorg, we're here. Are we in good shape? Yes, we are. Are we in the best shape ever? No, we're not. But we know how to play these things. We know how to see what you need to do to have that extra better risk management way to do things, how you have this extra cool way to bring your community, how you have the extra cool way to be building. And you know what's going to happen this summer, guys? Is that we are building. We're not trying to just focus on not dying, because that's not happening anyways. Put it clear. Fodders, it's not going to happen. But what we're going to do, though, is we're going to build these thematics. We're going to build these yield, smart yield, the 2.0, and we'll build more and more greater experience. And for that same reason, 6 months, 9 months down the line, when things are get back to normal, we're going to be thriving again, and you'll be rewarded for that. So maybe I'm wrong on the timing, but I am right on that mission. So without further ado, guys, as always, be healthy, be wealthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys. Bye.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here is the thing.
Premium features gives you zero fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.
For some, love is a strong feeling. What if you could send it in a... From point A to point B. Zero borders, zero time, zero fees. For us, love is sending crypto. Just send it. Now with Smart Send. Engineered in Switzerland by SwissBorg.